southpaw now. He's got to start having less indecision to be more positive in his moves.
Autry making a move around Frazier. And he gets the layup. Remember, he's playing with 3 fouls. Has to watch out for the possible charge as well. He's got 7 points.
And here's the new pressure up the court, trying to create a turnover.
Jackson trying to stay with Booker, going away into the hoop. The basket good. And the foul call against Lucius Jackson. Big play by Melvin Booker, who plays big in clutch time.
Watch Fred's move here, Autry. He makes a disco move right now. Outstanding. Now take it down the other end. And watch Booker here, who I'd say will be a late lottery pick. Stays with it.
And the foul is on Lucius Jackson, so the Orangemen getting into foul trouble here with Jackson and Autry each with 3 personal fouls. Hill and Moulton have been hit with 2. Booker, after making his first 4 from the line, misses for the first time tonight. Missouri not expected to want to run with Syracuse in the game. The Orangemen looking to have the transition style, but Missouri has outscored Syracuse 18-6 off the break.
Well, the reason for that, as I said earlier, their defense is their offense. They're not beating the zone. What they're turning the ball over and beating the zone being set up down low. That's where they get the 18 points, and that's why they're leading by 8.
They're going to call it on Lamont Frazier. Second personal foul on Frazier. Missouri leading 55-47. Winner of this game will enter the Elite Eight and take on the survivor of Arizona and Louisville coming up next. Both of these teams had surprisingly good years. You expected them to get this far in the tournament. And Autry goes in, and he draws the foul. And that one will be called against Finner, his second personal. Team foul number 3 against the Tigers.
Autry made a nice little 360 move that time with not a lot of speed on it. Coach thought he charged.
Here's Autry, 78% from the line, scored 16 points in both wins in Ogden, Utah in the first 2 rounds. And this year really took it upon himself to become the unassumed leader of his team.
He found himself in the middle of, not this year, but last year, when he had that 30-point game against Pittsburgh. After that, he was the leader and is the leader.
He has 9 points, but only 1 assist thus far.
It's not easy to score when you're a point guard and also a distributor.
Underneath finds Booker all alone. Or make that Whitfield. Julian Whitfield. 8-point lead for Missouri.
Frazier can normally do a good job on a guy Autry's size.
Autry pulling up. Tip is missed by Wallace. Knocked down to Autry. And they're going to call the foul on Booker.
You're wrong, Booker. You stepped out. It was created. You created that foul. What's this interior pass down the other end earlier? It was a breakdown in the zone defense.
And that's what you can do. And you find the seams in the zone. There is Javon Crudup, the big rebounder, coming back in the lineup for Missouri. And going out of the game is Finner. Wallace missed from on top. Here's Frazier with a jumper. Lamont Frazier. And Missouri leads by 10. That's the biggest lead for either team in this game with 12:25 remaining in the second half. And Jim Boeheim wants the timeout. Against a very deep Kansas team. And Louisville and Arizona later on. Arizona with their great backcourt. A lot of action still to come here in the Sweet 16 round in the NCAA tournament. Moulton going up. Held ball. And good defense by Crudup. He was on the ball all the way for Missouri. The Tigers starting front court have outscored Syracuse 33-18 in this game. That's been a big number. Here's a turnover going to the orange side. Autry in the lane. Gets up and in. Let's see if it's Hill. And it's Jackson. It is Otis Hill with the basket.
They showed new face last time down by double teaming and created a turnover.
Atkins firing the 3 and Jackson on the other side. The rebound. See if Syracuse can come back down by 8. Autry in the open floor. He's dangerous there. Autry now with a great move. He's got 11 points and he's starting to cook out.
Yeah, he's senior. He doesn't want to end the season. He wants to be part of the Elite Eight. Nice move here, nice and smooth. I think he kisses it. Yep, kisses it off the window.
29 points for Autry and Moulton, the Syracuse backcourt. O'Linney and Booker in the ball game, along with Frazier, Crudum, and the freshman Kelly Thane. Missouri in white.
Front of the zone is matching up on the shooters.
O'Linney's shot drops at the three-point basket, his first of the game and the fourth for Missouri. Missouri exploding from the field in the second half to the tune of 67%. Their defense has held up Syracuse to 39, and the lead is 9 for Missouri. They go into Wallace, slapped away by Crudum. Another good defensive play inside. Booker to Thames. Thames now with 15, and there are 3 Tigers in double figures and 2 on the brink. Booker has now assisted on 8 points. 8 assists tonight for Melvin Booker. The lead is 11. Wallace into Hill low. Otis Hill now with 10 points. Syracuse also with 3 players in double figures.
Best way to beat a pivot is from a high pivot.
Moulton overplaying O'Linney, leaving the man open Booker. Frazier open in the corner, hits at the 2-point basket for Lamont Frazier. He's got 14 points and has nearly doubled his season scoring output. Under 10 minutes remaining in the second half. Missouri's lead is 11, matches their biggest of the ball game. Jackson misses from downtown, and another rebound for Crudum. That's 9 for Javon Crudum.
If they move it out any further, Syracuse is going to have to put pressure up court and then settle back into their zone off their pressure up court. They need turnovers.
And now Missouri's strength starting to show. They've been wearing down Syracuse and starting to have an effect here. Thames has his shot blocked by Otis Hill. Every time Syracuse ready to go down, O'Linney with a great steal on the pass for Moulton. Picked him up.
You see the confidence growing in Mizzou. Here goes Syracuse, first time man-to-man. They look to kick it inside against the man-to-man.
Missouri wants to use the clock.
There it is.
14 seconds on the shot clock. Crudum going up against Hill. And the foul against Otis Hill will be his third of the game.
Now you're going to watch the man-to-man. You're going to see Missouri's real power, muscle power. Crudum, watch his muscle power. He's strong. There's a body for you. And he's not the only one. There's 8 other guys with the same type body. And you notice the next few times down court, if Syracuse stays in the man-to-man, you'll see them alternating, going into the middle and posting up.
Scott McCorkle has come in the game, replacing Wallace. Wallace goes out with 6 points. He came in averaging 15 a game, so the Orangemen have not gotten much production from their starting forwards, Jackson and Wallace, who both were in double figures during the regular season.
So far, Wallace does not seem to have his head in the game. He'll get another pop. They won't keep him out long. He'll be back in less than 2 minutes.
Wallace is a sophomore. Crudum with 1 out of 2, and Missouri leads by 12.
It is Moulton time.
Missouri with an effective man-to-man defense. Moulton works his way in, rebound by Hill. And Hill will go to the line and shoot. That'll be the 15th foul against the Tigers.
Boy, Moulton can free himself from that baseline and in the paint. He thought he had that one. Matter of fact, he started down court. He thought it was into the net and gone. Nice move. And now Hill thought he also had his. Good follow-up. But he's got to get his from the charity line. He has to make him a hard way.
Crudum committing the foul, his second personal. Hill misses the first. He's got the lowest percentage of the starters for Syracuse on the free throw line at only 61%.
Hill, if you miss your first one, get off the line and reset. That's why you missed your second one. You missed your first, get off and reset. Okay, here we go with the Tigers.
Missouri Missouri leading by 12 with under 8 minutes remaining in the second half. Number 1 seed Missouri trying to get to the Elite Eight.
There's a swinging down low, using the bodies down low.
Ruda put his face to the basket. Rebound by Wallace. 8 rebounds for John Wallace. Came in leading with 9. Moulton misses a 3. Syracuse firing away from three-point land and missing, giving Missouri a big advantage. Booker looping it over McCorkle. And here's Moulton. Autry.
Gotta come up with something.
Bingo! Autry with 13 points. Autry did not score in the first half, but scored 13 here in the second, and Missouri's lead is 10.
Now watch the strength underneath. All those 5 guys out there, huge bodies. They'll just back pick, screen sideways, drive the middle, try to post up. There they are, bumping and grinding underneath. See it all down there?
Syracuse forced to go to the man-to-man, trailing here in the second half. There are 5 seconds on the shot clock. Cruz gets it in. Good defense by Hill, but a Syracuse foul may have been Wallace against Kelly Thames with 2 seconds on the shot clock. We talked about a lot of the physical play and outstanding football talent. How about that one? Jim Brown. A lot of people still say the greatest running back who ever lived. Also was an All-American lacrosse player. Was a great boxer and also a great track star during his days at Syracuse.
I believe that he went to Syosset High. I'm not sure, but I think I've seen him play at Syosset High School. He was like a man with infants.
Might have been Manhattan, but I think they played Syosset out on the island. I might know.
You're talking about 5 pounds.
That's right.
I lived in Rockaway Beach. I'm more shanty Irish side of the Silk Lake. You're talking the Silk Lake area.
I didn't know you went out to the island that far, Al.
Well, they live out of the neighborhood now and then.
Hey, I'm talking to Moulton, who has scored 18 points, but only 4 here in the second half. They're going to need his offensive abilities. Thames hits 1 out of 2, and a timeout with 6:33 remaining. Pretty good test ball.
He's been in Missouri a long, long time.
27 years. Lazarus Sims in his guard. He has to turn the ball over. Autry in there with him as Moulton right now is on the bench. Moulton scored only 4 points in this half. Lucius Jackson pulling up way off the mark. Loose ball and a foul called inside. Maybe Finner of Missouri, and it will be the 17th foul against the Tigers, and so Syracuse will go to the 1-1.
Tender doesn't have that quick foot movement. Plays defense more with his arms and his body.
So on the line will be Hill, who has scored 10 points in the game. Missouri swept through the Big 8 Conference this year, their first unbeaten champion since Kansas 23 years ago. And they've gone largely unnoticed, but they're in front here by 11.
They have a hot streak going. Their only loss in the last 18, 19 games has been to Nebraska in the semifinals of the Big 8. Danny Lee did a good job coaching the Huskies, not the Huskies, the Nebraska team. Looking down, they're trying to get down inside that paint a little bit.
Knocked away by Autry. Booker maintains possession, but there are 6 seconds on the clock. Booker in the crowd. Great pass to Finner. He was too far under the basket, but it was a great pass, and now Sims brings it up for Syracuse. Lucius Jackson, and it drops for him. Jackson with 8 points. So Syracuse has it under 10 points right now. The biggest lead was 12 for Missouri a few moments ago.
You'll see double down, double teaming in the corners so they can force Missouri to pass it in.
5 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. In the second half, Syracuse still has a foul to give. Missouri already committing 17 fouls. Atkins in trouble, got it away to O'Linney. Here's Atkins again, and he's fouled by Hill. That'll be 4 on Hill. And Syracuse with a 16 foul. Next one will result in 1-1. And a massive substitutions. Wallace, McCorkle, and Moulton all come in for the Syracuse Syracuse Orange.
We're now going to look at the Charger Light Brigade. It's under 5 minutes. It's now or never. Coach Jim Boeheim knows that and realizes it. Getting to the elite games play on this coming Saturday.
Jim Boeheim, in his 18th year, won his 400th career game faster than anyone in college basketball history. Atkins hits the first free throw. Prudhomme has also ended the game for Missouri. Meanwhile, the Duke Blue Devils beat your old school Marquette in the Southeast Regional in Knoxville. There's Thames coming in. He's the leading scorer with 16 for Missouri, replacing Atkins. Under 5 minutes.
Watch the Moulton make some curl moves around picks. There he is, trying to scrape his man. Oh, there's the
There's
curl.
Moulton going in, misses the layup, gets his own rebound, knocked away. It's still Syracuse ball. They've got Moulton, McCorkle, Wallace, Reed, Snyder, and Autry.
Here comes the curl move. He moved down. There picks him off. He gets a nice inside position. Ball won't drop.
He's only 2 for 8 with hand, but Autry has come on and picked up the scoring slack. He has 15 points all this half, and the lead is 9 for the Tigers.
Should put pressure in over the 10-second line. They should double team over the 10-second line. No, they don't. That surprises me. The clock is your opponent now, not Missouri.
There's O'Linney. McCorkle playing him tight. Autry not picked up another foul since he picked up his third.
Sledgehammering down low. Sledgehammering down low. Using body, Missouri.
6 seconds on the shot clock. In and out. The shot is missed by O'Linney, and here comes Syracuse trying to make their run with under 4 minutes to go. And here's Adrian Autry. He hits the three. And that is the second of the ball game. And now Autry with 18 points. Ties both for the scoring lead, down by 6.
Here comes the pressure up front. Look, they're trying to make a run right now. Look at this chance. They need the pressure up court. You can see Jim Boeheim saying, keep that pressure up court. Good timeout by Missouri. Excellent timeout.
We're in for the game with 3:36 remaining. And the turnover. O'Linney, did he step on the line or not?
I say right here that the ref had the eye of an eagle. Right there.
6-point game, and here is Moulton. And he cuts 3.5 for 3.
And the pressure's up again, Dick, all the way up. Trying to get a scramble going, trying to make scramble eggs on the offense of the Tigers.
21 for Moulton. Booker handling again. Steals Moulton in, and the lead is 1 for Missouri. 70-69. And Missouri wants a timeout.
The pressure up. Excellent, excellent call. You move before the pass, and he did move before the pass. A nice finish by Lawrence.
Moulton now with 23 points. Syracuse on a 10-0 run. Missouri has not scored a basket in the last 5 minutes and 38 seconds, and the pressure continues full force.
You got to feed it to pivot high. There you go. High pivot man had to come up, feed him high.
And they're going to call the foul. It'll be the 17th foul against the Orangemen. So it'll be 1-1 for Missouri on the line. Foul is on Jackson, his 4th. Here's the story. Missouri with only 1 timeout remaining. Syracuse just committed its 17th foul. Possession now favors Missouri. And Jim Boeheim's Orangemen trying to come from behind. We're down by 12 points. And on the free throw line is the best shooter from the line for Missouri, Melvin Booker, 82%. And he's 4 for 5 tonight.
I say he hits these two, that they will turn around and throw pressure back at the Orangemen.
Syracuse had a 10-0 run before that free throw. Adrian Autry
they can down or drain these foul shots here, Syracuse needs 2 possessions, 1 a three-pointer.
Keep in mind that Lamont Frazier of the line is 2 for 5 tonight. He has scored 14 points and has grabbed 7 boards. A big game for Frazier.
That's been one of Achilles' heels this year, foul shooting as a team. He misses it, and Syracuse gets the rebound. It's only 1 possession. Nope, it's 2.
73 to 69. Winding down to 2 minutes remaining. Autry controlling. Autry pulls up. Baines. And it's cut back to Booker. Here comes the foot race with Jackson. But it's laid in by Booker. Jackson couldn't get to him. And now a 6-point lead, and Hill is shaken up under the Syracuse basket, holding his left elbow.
And give Frazier credit for a tap pass that time going down court. Watch the tip over here, and there's the tip for Frazier down court. An excellent play. I call that an Oscar Robinson play.
The Hill is up. Apparently all right. Syracuse will take it from the length of the court with 1:56 remaining and down by 6 points, 2 possessions.
I wouldn't look too much for the 3. I just look the score.
Moten working his way inside. He gets 2 there. 25 points for Lawrence Moten.
The reason the score is you set the defense here. Oh, you went to the wrong side, Jackson. They're backing up now. They want to get some ticks on the clock.
Missouri using the clock. They have 23 seconds on the shot clock. Double team now on the trap for Syracuse.
I thought Olivia should have taken that from 3-point land.
Looking at the same shot by Wallace. Basket good and a foul by Wallace. A big hoop by Kelly Baines, the big freshman, who has scored 18 points.
Nice lane, but Wallace slipped on the defense in the back. Excellent pass.
Foul should be against Wallace and not Hill. And it is Wallace with his 3rd foul. Hill, Autry, and Jackson all with 4 personals for Syracuse. And Baines on the free throw line, 73% from the line on the year. He has 18 points and 8 boards in this game.
He's been freshman of the year in the Big 8 this year. He plays a lot like Scottie Pippen, and he's wiry. But if he makes this one, it's 3 possessions.
He doesn't make it, and the rebound by Hill. 6-point lead for Missouri.
And they got to go for 3 then.
Autry.
Pressure up court. Here comes the pressure. Heavy time, big time pressure. They got the turnover.
And the ball is the foul before the shot. Jim Boeheim is yelling that it should be continuation, that the ball was in the air.
Wow, Orchard
Tigers have scored 6 straight points, all by Autry to tie the game.
They want the ball in Booker's hands if possible. If they take a shot about 8-10 seconds from now, they'll get 2 possessions.
Nearly a steal by Jackson. The double team, they go inside. And a foul. They got the ball inside the Thames. And Lawrence Moten with his 3rd foul, but that is the 10th team foul. So it'll be 2 shots at the line for Missouri. Moten and Autry have combined to score 49 points in this game. McCorkle is out of the game and Hill is back in. So Thames is on the free throw line and he's been a hero, 3 for 5 from the stripe. Big free throws coming up at a tie game at 77, 45.6 seconds showing on the clock.
Nice stretch. You reached up. All confidence in that one.
Missouri has lost only 3 games this year. Turned the season around with a big win against Illinois in 3 overtime. Trying to advance.
They did what I thought they would do. They're playing 2 possessions for 1. They have to get the ball back.
20 points for Thames. The lead is 2.
Get the ball into better foul shooter's hands here.
Autry driving his way in. Autry to tie the game with 36 runs.
Pressure up court. Now to put the pressure up court. Trying to create a turnover.
They got no timeout. No timeouts left. There's the 3-on-2.
Back it up. Play for 1 shot. To back it up. Syracuse stays in it man-to-man.
And they can take it all the way down to the end of the game to break the 79-79 tie.
Jim Nance wants a buzzer beater. Here's the buzzer beater.
And out of bounds, and it's going to be Missouri's ball. Last touch by Avery and Autry, who was over here asking the officials to look at the replay. But it was Autry close. Frazier will inbound for the Tigers.
I wouldn't be too upset, Autry, because Jackson committed a foul before that. Here we are down to 16 seconds to keep the pressure up.
Booker.
I would have kept the ball in Booker's hands. I would have kept the ball in Booker's hands all the way.
Here
Keep the ball in the
comes
Booker. Keep it in Booker's hands. Oh, gee. Oh, gee.
We're going to overtime, tied at 79. Being helter-skelter all the way, Al.
Yeah, they're kind of scrambling here, and they could have had one more shot, but I'd tell you, this official has made a lot of great calls.
Barnett, yeah. Tough call under pressure. So we go to overtime. Autry scored the last 8 points for Syracuse. He had 26 in the second half. 5-minute overtime. Wow.
Wow, if he didn't score in the first half,
Nothing. And remember, he had 3 fouls. He's got 4 right now. Foul trouble could affect the Orangemen as Jackson, Hill, and Autry all have 4 fouls. Prudent will jump center against Wallace. There's Moten, who has scored 25. Autry has 26.
you know, Dick, the game is a shame what team loses here, because they're both outstanding teams. They both got momentum going into the Elite Eight.
Right, the leader team had back-to-back losses this year, and they won't now. Missouri has it. Booker.
They're back to the 2-3 zone.
Almost like starting the game over. They're on even terms.
Great move by Jim Boeheim, that pressure the last 5 minutes.
Forced a couple of big turnovers, and Autry took advantage of it. They have 8 seconds on the shot clock. O'Linney out to Booker again with 4. Booker with a long 3. That was an NBA 3-plus.
That was from the door of the hotel.
82-79 for Booker. His second 3-point basket of the game. He's got 20 points. Jackson for 3. Moten keeps it alive. Working his way in. Moten with now 27 points.
That was just outstanding. Now, here comes the pressure again. They know they found the chink in the armor of the Tigers. Their Achilles heel, their belly, their soft spot.
And the Orangemen, I tell you what, Jim Boeheim has done a terrific coaching job. Win or lose in this game, this is about as disciplined as Syracuse Frazier gets it across by passing to O'Linney. Going to the hoop and draws the foul. So it'll be 2 shots at the line. Moten with his 4th foul. So now 4 of the Syracuse starters have 4 personal fouls. No margin of error here that way.
And you can't save them. You know, now if they foul out, they foul out. It's not smart in overtime to take anyone out because you know you're only going to go to 5 minutes. Matter of fact, it's down now to 3 minutes and 35 seconds.
O'Linney now 5 for 6 from the line, and Missouri up by 2. Syracuse has 3 timeouts. Missouri 1. 1 out of 2 on 3. Clear.
Missouri got the timeout because you get an extra one for overtime.
And knocked away. Good defensive play by Thames. He knocked it out of Hill's hand. But Thames has been an all-around star for Missouri tonight. Thames. 22 points for Thames. He came in averaging 12 on the year. 3 minutes remaining. And Autry short with it. And here's going to be Booker with an easy 2. And Missouri has opened up a 6-point lead with under 3 minutes remaining. Timeout Syracuse.
Good call. Into rebound. It becomes a long rebound and Booker finishes.
Just one of those situations where you're in the right place at the right time and the ball bounces your way. Missouri has not missed from the field in overtime. Autry and Moten have scored Syracuse's last 22 points, and Moten goes to the floor and he is fouled.
I believe that time they put that foul on Thames rather than on Cuda.
You're right. Now, imagine Thames has committed only 2 personal fouls. He has 22 points. He's been great off the offensive glass, outstanding defensively in this game. A freshman from Jennings, Missouri.
What a pleasure this man from Washington, D.C.
Moten makes both free throws. It's a 4-point game and 29 points for Moten. There's that pressure again. 2.5 minutes remaining in the overtime session. First overtime. Thames is tremendous poise.
Want the ball in Booker's hands.
O'Linney has it right now. 10 on the shot clock. Lead is 4. Frazier goes in, and he is fouled. It will be 2 shots for Missouri. Both teams are in double figures in team fouls, and that is on Wallace. So Jackson, Wallace, Hill, Autry, and Moten all with 4 personal fouls. Now,
Plus, Dick, there's a ton of time left here. Over 2 minutes.
Hill goes out. McCorkle checks in. Hill has scored 10 points tonight. And Lamont Frazier on the free throw line. He's 3 for 7 from the line. Blaine Robinson has scored 19 points so far as Purdue battles Kansas in the Southeast Regional in Knoxville. And it's a 1-point lead for the Boilermakers.
kind of slipped across his eye. Scotty Mack got him. And Scotty Mack was in from the inside. And it's kind of a rake.
McCorkle with his second foul. So Crudup will go to the line and shoot 2 shots. Missouri leading 89-83. They had a 6-point lead, and Syracuse came back to tie the game extended to overtime. Tonight, Crudup has 8 points and 13 rebounds.
And surprisingly, he's been an outstanding center with him, but he's truly a power forward.
That's that donut you talked about. The man in the middle, they don't have the... Crudup misses the first. He's 2 for 7 from the line.
That wasn't a brick, that one. That was a cinder block. That was a ball.
So many things. There's the free throw story in the extra session. Missouri has missed 2. Crudup makes 1 out of 2, and that's all they needed because that makes it a 3-possession game.
And now they got to go from the trifecta world.
Autry picked up quickly by Crudup. Surprise, big man going out. Looked like he might have traveled first, but he was fouled and a blocking call against Missouri.
Yeah, I thought that he took an extra step that time, but now he gets automatically 2 shots.
Lamont Frazier with his 4th personal foul, so he's the first Tiger with 4 fouls, and Autry will go to the line. He has scored 26 points. What a brilliant game by the Syracuse guards. He's 5 for 6 from those strikes.
Both these coaches are running a coaching clinic here. They will not make a mistake. They're both pros. They've been around a long time.
27 years for Norm Stewart at Missouri, 18 for Jim Boeheim at Syracuse. Makes them both 90-85. Missouri has 1 timeout left. Syracuse has 2. Here's that pressure again. Crudup gets rid of it into the hands of Booker. He's been a steady guard that way.
He's very fortunate, the big man, to get away, putting the ball on the floor.
Got the big man Wallace out to chase him along with Bolton and now McCorkle.
3-on-1 is too many. Look at the chipping underneath.
Plenty of time on the shot clock, Al.
Good move that time by the freshman. Take it back out. Loads of time left. 8 on the shot.
Booker gets it into Crudup. To Thames, and the Booker gets the basket. Kelly Thames with 24 points.
Now they got to score each time down. Syracuse to pull some stopping.
Autry, the 3 and a timeout called by the Orangemen. Syracuse calls the timeout, and Adrian Autry now with 31 big points.
And all in 1 half. A tradition unlike any.
The game has scored 31 points, all in the second half and overtime. In fact, Autry and Moulton have scored the last 29 points for the Orange.
Here's the touchdown pass.
O'Linney release. And a big hook with under a minute remaining.
Give Storm and Norman credit there.
Here's Autry, has the ball knocked away. Jackson still has it. Missouri really coming out to meet the Orangemen, and here's another turnover, and O'Linney will put the exclamation point on here.
That's the nail in the coffin.
14 for O'Linney, and Missouri is going to advance to the regional final. And an offensive foul called against the Tigers. McCorkle had his position, and Booker with his 4th foul, but it's too little too late in what has been really a classic regional semifinal.
I would think, obviously I didn't see all the games, but up to now, the ones I did watch, this has been the best by far.
Timeout, Missouri. That's their last. It's the home run toss, basket hanging, call it what you will. O'Linney got the big basket. After the timeout by Missouri, Syracuse turns it over with less than 16 seconds to go. Thames falls down, and the final seconds as Booker is fouled with 8.1 seconds. Autry and Moulton combining for 60 points tonight, but the Missouri Tigers, relentless, hung in there after a tie at the half, a tie after the regulation time, and outscoring Syracuse 17-9 in this first overtime session. And the Chevrolet players of the game are Adrian Autry of Syracuse, scored 31 points, did not score in the first half, and Kelly Thames, who advance to the regional final for only the second time. Back in 1976, they lost to Michigan in the Midwest final, so they make a big advance, and their record will go to 28-3 out.
Autry, keep your head up. You've done a magnificent job. One of the better second halves played in the history of the NCAA by the young man.
Yeah, I have to say that Autry, who's playing his last game, took it upon himself to be the team leader. Great passer, but Autry with a brilliant second half. And the lead is 10. Syracuse will finish at 23-7. And Missouri, for the first time ever, beat Syracuse. Shot missed on the fourth line. One of the better games you'll see in the tournament. The final score in overtime. Missouri 98, Syracuse 88.
Sorry about that.
So the final score, Missouri advances to the regional final here. And will play the winner of the Arizona-Louisville game coming up next. And right now, from the Sports Arena in Los Angeles, Al McGuire and Dick Stockton sending you back to our New York studios and Pat O'Brien.
All right, Dick, thank you very much. And Louisville, Arizona comes up a half an hour right now from Los Angeles. Missouri advances